Hey, Nashville, welcome back to the pod. I'm here with Tala, and we are in the Optimized You studio. Our sponsors today are Black Rifle, B2 Wellness Suites, and Chillin. Oh my gosh. Chillin came to the gym the other day.
Did you have it?
With their protein ice cream. I tried two, like little mini ones, 2 different flavors. They're so good. Have y'all had Chillin?
Yeah, big fan of the pistachio.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, yeah, I know my flavor and everything. This is Jake, everybody.
How you doing?
And Collin,
Yep.
our guests today, and we're going to get into what they're doing. Collin, do you go to Chillin?
I've never even heard of it.
It's nitrogen ice cream.
Oh,
So
wait.
it's ice cream and they make it with the dry ice.
Where's that at?
Which is the best
There's
kind.
one in Brentwood,
It's right
correct?
It's like, yeah, like
Right
it's
up the
right
street.
down here, right over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
2
so
minutes.
How about we all just walk right after
And
this
they
to it?
add, we should
I love ice
should.
cream.
they add
We should.
protein to
Yeah.
the ice cream if you want them to. And they have like dairy-free options, sugar-free options, all kinds of stuff for
The texture's like fluffy.
Oh,
it's
It's
so
just really,
good.
really, it's just pure.
just
I've
like
not had this yet. I
melts
love
in your
ice cream.
mouth.
It's really good.
really pure, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
I love this. Is this the NFM podcast or the ice cream podcast?
Dude.
I don't know,
We can talk
but
about
we have to do the
Obsessed.
basket of debate too.
Yes. Oh my goodness, I'm so
Oh.
excited.
Hopefully there's a
Collin,
question
you've
about
done the
ice cream
basket of
flavors.
debate.
100%.
Yes. Have you done the basket of
No,
debate?
this is actually my first podcast ever.
Ever?
Yeah, we're so new
Welcome.
to this.
Okay, well, this
Yay.
is our basket of debate, and it's so that we can all get to know each other.
Okay.
Because right now we just don't know each other, and it's very scary.
Yeah.
But once this,
You got to
is-
break this ice.
We
But
gotta-
once we do this, it's going to be amazing. So we're each going to take a prompt. We're all going to read it. I'll go first.
I'm here if you need me.
All right.
I'm here if
Uncharted
you need
territories.
me. Okay, here we go. Would you rather only watch movies with subtitles or movies that buffer every 10 minutes? Movies
Oh,
with subtitles.
Gosh, that would be terrible.
I actually
Buffing?
need movies with subtitles on a normal day because
Same.
I love to read it.
I already watch movies with subtitles on there.
Yeah, same.
I need the context.
Me
I need
too.
to know what's going on, not just the visual word. Or the
Exactly.
visual.
I like to know the joke before it happens.
Right.
Yeah.
That's me. Colin.
Subtitles for sure.
Subtitles for sure. Yeah.
Buffering
Who
would be
ever-
That would be
terrible.
awful. Turn it
Ezra, what a
off.
crazy
Turn it
what
off.
a crazy comment today. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, Ezra, you should have known. That one wasn't even a
Step
question.
up. No, that's a good one. All right, Colin, your turn.
Would you rather eat spicy food for forever or only bland food for forever? I feel like probably spicy.
Probably spicy.
Yeah.
I love spicy food, so
Yeah,
it's my
yeah.
alley.
I
Yeah.
do love spicy food, but it upsets my stomach, so I don't want to be
You're
upset
gonna be in the
every
toilet
day.
every day, girl.
It's just so
I
worth
might
it,
would have
though.
to go with bland, which is
Just get some milk, girl.
some milk.
It'd be spicy milk.
Oh,
Well,
spicy
dairy
milk too?
also upsets
Yeah.
my stomach. So
I actually was just about to. Did you know Echelon, the energy drink
Yeah.
company, and they put like cayenne pepper in
Oh,
it.
no, I hate that.
They do like
That
they.
pisses me off.
I mean, to be honest with you, I kind of like it. I like spicy things. And I like energy drinks, so it kind of works for me. But
Oh.
that's just what I thought of.
should we some cayenne for the Black
Have you
Rifle?
had the
Yeah.
pre-workout when it has the pepper in there?
No,
That's the worst. You're in there, you're like getting in the zone, and then it's like,
it's the worst if you're not expecting it,
it's terrible.
right?
It's too strong.
I'm going to have to go in and throw a plug in because Smiling Elephant has the best spicy pad thai ever.
Okay,
Smiling Elephant.
you know what?
is so
Smiling
good.
Elephant is so good. And wasn't that your favorite restaurant?
It's in my top 5.
It is. We talked about this.
Did I tell you that?
Yes.
I don't remember that
for the food
conversation.
issue.
Oh, the food.
I love Smiling Elephant. So yes, go ahead and plug
I'm
away.
Plug it in.
I love it.
Love those
I
people
love
down
it.
there. They're great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like near 12 South.
So it's on 8th.
Yeah.
It's pretty
So
much.
8
Yeah,
to
it's
12. So
it's
like
all
4.
around there.
So it's like near 12.
8
It's
12.
8. Yeah.
Technically, you know.
Yes. All right. You ready to go with your prompt?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Here we are. Would you rather never have to pay taxes again or never have to clean again? That's pretty obvious. I would never. I would love to never pay taxes. That would be great.
Yeah. Taxes.
Taxes
Yeah.
for sure.
Taxes.
I can't imagine
Agree.
someone being like, I want to clean for the rest of my life and pay taxes. No. We're all doing that.
Which is
right
what we
now.
all do.
I know. Oh, what a
so
trick.
sad.
What a trick. Okay.
Adulthood. All right. Would you rather star in a horror movie or a rom-com? Rom-com 100%. I hate scary movies.
Yeah.
Big baby.
You don't like scary movies at all. Like
no,
if we went to
Well-
go see The Conjuring, you wouldn't go.
absolutely not. Like I wouldn't go if you paid me.
Really?
But I do like some scary movies. Like y'all know the like Get Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
That's a great one.
That didn't actually scare me. It was just like
It's a
interesting.
psychological thriller.
Yeah, and I read thrillers. So that's fine. I hate anything that's very gory or like in the spiritual world.
Gotcha. Totally.
Anyways, what do y'all?
I would definitely do scary movie. I like scary movies and especially psychological thrillers, but I also like the OG 90s Scream, Michael Myers, like those like really
stupid ones.
Yeah, but like the video quality is like horrible. And it's just like you already know what's going to happen.
There was no budget here.
But it just brings you back to a time that was just, it was just seamless, you know?
Yeah.
Rom-com. No, when I was little, our babysitter put on the Poltergeist for us when I was 3, so I've not been a fan since.
Seriously?
Yeah, then that scene with the tree hitting the window, we had like a house when we moved down here, and it would just be like, every time.
Someone call care.com and fire this woman. What?
Brutal.
Yeah, that's not good. I used to actually be afraid of movies that were not scary movies, but I would just make them scary. Like Titanic, like freaked me out.
Really?
That's kind of valid.
I mean, it is pretty valid. I remember being really young, and I was like, I think my house is gonna sink. And they were like, what do you mean your house? And I was like, I don't know why, but I'm afraid of like sinking in just on land now. So it kind of gave like me an irrational fear.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I watched this one movie. It wasn't even that scary when I was younger, that somebody would like cut the ring finger off of people to get the rings, which why not just take it off the finger? I don't know. But that was the thing. And I didn't want to ever get married. When I was like, I never want a ring because that's
of that?
Terrifying. Yeah.
Was this Lord of the Rings or no?
No.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
No, it was like
What
a scary.
joke.
No, it was
But what a joke. What a joke.
I mean,
love that.
they do. It's a thing, but that's just fantasy fiction in me. But
yeah. I've seen Lord of the Rings a long time ago.
Isn't it funny how we started our last podcast talking about TV shows and now we're starting this one talking about movies?
And we could keep going on forever.
And we could keep going, like for real.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite movie?
Do I have a favorite movie?
I watched one of mine last night.
What is it?
Well, you go first.
I don't think I have one. I honestly am the worst. Like I like stupid like I like Bridesmaids. I like just mindless things on the background. Like
21 Dresses.
I just put Shrek on yesterday. Shrek 2 actually.
It's so funny,
and
actually.
it is hilarious. Like I like going back and watching movies that you had no idea were comedic gold when you first watched them. What about you?
That's really tough because then we're getting in the conversation of genres. But I guess if I were to keep it simple, I would do Wedding Crashers because I just think I could watch that 1,000 times and it's still funny the first time. But I really love Forrest Gump.
Yeah, what a great movie! Honestly, that takes the cake.
Yeah,
explains a lot.
It was funny because you just mentioned genres. I will say this is how I can always answer someone asking me my favorite movie question. I love biopictures, so anything that reenacts a person or a time in history. So like Forrest Gump. Yeah. I loved like I, Tonya, about Tonya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. I loved the Beatles one, Bohemian Rhapsody, about Queen. Like I love, because I grew up in a Middle Eastern household. We do not know like American history. Like my parents didn't know it. Like I didn't learn it really unless it was in school. So this was my way of learning.
Yeah,
was these kinds of movies. What a great topic for the NFM podcast.
Yeah, it is. But we have really important stuff to get to.
We do.
Well, you got to tell me your favorite movie, and we'll get to that.
Oh well, it's not number one. It just it's in the top 3. Was Little Women. We watched it last night.
Great.
Cute.
Have you seen Little Women?
I have not.
You have to watch it.
Now we have to ask
Little
Collin what your favorite movie is too.
It's probably the Pokemon movie, the first one.
Okay.
Wait, did you watch Demon Slayer? The new one that's out?
Not yet. I will though.
You will? I was about to say, if you're a Pokemon person, my husband and my brothers and my brother-in-law, they all went to the movies last night to watch it.
Terry's going to watch this and he's going to be like, did they just talk 16 minutes about their favorite movie on the NFM podcast? Like, what is happening? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this started. You obviously guys know Collin. He's been on the NFM podcast a couple times. Collin, what the heck are you doing here now?
So, this is actually Jake's idea that I came to help with. So, we're trying to essentially re-change the landscape in the relationship of personal training and finding clients, and then clients finding trainers. Because if it's kind of a disaster area if you like zoom out and just like you hear trying to find like the right person, working with gyms as a trainer, like you're working crazy hours. The sustainability for that is very hard. Like the dropout rate for the career is like 95%. People don't really make it past like year 1 or 2. So Jake came to me like a year ago,
Yeah, that's about a year ago. Yeah.
With the idea of like, hey, like there's a market to change this. Like it doesn't have to be this way. And he pitched it to me. I'll kind of let him take it initially, like, because he's the one who started it. And then I'll kind of come in a little bit, but like where we're going with this.
Yeah, well, it's first of all, it's called Sweat Seeker. And
like the name. I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Thank you much. So Sweat Seeker is to be a mobile platform that links clients to trainers, to quality trainers, I'll add, to gym space. So I guess when you go online or you ask somebody, it's like, who do you train? Most trainers get their clients through either word of mouth or they go work at a big box gym.
Yeah.
You can get clients through social media, and that's a great thing. But I feel like there needs to be a portal that vets trainers and offers them a portal to gain clients. So that's what we really want to do.
How would the CRM look? Like, is it like Tinder? Are we swiping for trainers? What are we doing?
That's a good idea.
It is. That's why I was like,
No, so it's basically we have, so Collin and I, for right now, we vet the trainers that are within network, and we just look for quality trainers. They have to have certification, active certification. There'll be a background check, and then liability insurance. So we'll have that in our portal, and then you can kind of go through that and then see the ones that that you can hire for ongoing training sessions or whichever.
Yeah, with like a variety of different specialties. So it's like that way we don't have, because there's some trainers that work great with one population, but they're not good with another. And then from like the client perspective, like they don't know. Not that a jab at them, but like for them coming into the personal training world, generally their fitness knowledge is pretty low. So they'll see somebody that, this person looks like they're in shape, they're great, but they might be good at high rocks and they're not good with Gen Pop.
Yeah.
Or they're good at bodybuilding, yada, yada. So we have them like broken into different criteria, like, hey, like we have 2 trainers, they specialize with women that are overweight or with guys that are whatever. So they have that, and then what they'll do is they'll put in their application, and then Jake or I will have a meeting with them to kind of talk about their goals, what they're looking to do, and then kind of push them towards the trainer that's the best fit for them, and like schedule availability and stuff like that. So that will kind of like help like on the initial process when they come in with that.
How important is it to vet your trainer? I mean, what typically can happen when you don't?
You can start. You can take this one.
So I'm sure you have clients, you train people, and they've been with people, probably other trainers before, and you're like, hey, like they just come in and they just smash you out the gate. That's a big like red flag. So like if you don't vet your trainer, like you want to know if they have a good education background, because the barrier to entry is beneath the floor. Anyone can do it technically. So making sure they have like a good educational background, some experience, and a little bit of people skills too is big, because if you don't vibe with them, it's just gonna be a miss. And then because it is a people business and this is a long-term adventure.
I will say, I'll add to this is and like the trainers that we are pursuing are the ones that are in the fitness industry for life. Like they're the ones that really, this is their passion, this is their heart, like this is what they want to do because they want to make a difference in somebody's life, and that's the ones we want on board. So and there's always room of improvement. I'm not saying like you have to be the best trainer. Collin and I can be outlets for you to get better, and I'm not even saying I'm the best. Like there's things I fail at every day, but we just want the
career, not the job trainer.
The career type trainers, not doing this as like a side gig,
right?
Well, there's so many people who are just doing it as a side gig. They're like, let me just get my certification and then train on the side.
Yeah.
I think this is so needed, what you guys are saying. Wow. Like a whole catalog for clients and trainers. It benefits both people. And honestly, I'm like thinking about it. If I was a client and I just Googled trainer near me, a gym would pop up. Like whichever gym has paid for the highest Google ads would pop up. And I wouldn't actually probably have any options of like a face, like an actual trainer that I could have an option for. So this is very cool.
What are so tell me about the people that you already have maybe on Sweat Seeker as a trainer. How many trainers have you onboarded so far?
So we've got and we're still like interviewing, kind of getting people on board. So the people that we have right now have been in the game for a little bit. So they have a body of work, and either we've worked with, so we've seen them like on the floor, because that's the thing. Like people, even if you have the good credentials, looking at it on paper, it's one thing to see like how you actually apply that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've got like 5 to 10 total.
I believe it's 6 to 10 trainers, and then some of those are not marketed right now, but they're in the portal.
Yeah.
But right now they're all quality. They've got their active certifications, and right now I will say it's biased because it's who I know or it's who he knows. But eventually, we would like it to be bigger, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what we have right now.
If a trainer is listening and maybe wants to get plugged in, where do they need to go?
Absolutely. So you can go to thesweatseeker.com, or you can email sweatseekerapp@gmail.com.
Nice. And is the app already live and ready to go?
Good question. So we are in the process of obtaining funding for this, which is looking promising. And then from there, it'll be anywhere from 6 to 9 months to build that application.
Mm-hmm.
But right now we're just operating off of a website.
Yeah, which is still very amazing, much needed. And I mean, honestly, I live with a personal trainer. I hear every day in, day out, the client retention problem, the scalability problems, the marketing problems. And it's you know, it can be easy in a sense if you know what you're doing, but for someone with very little business knowledge of going into this, but knowing they want to help people, but not knowing where to find those people, and vice versa, wanting to get that help, but not knowing who's going to be the most beneficial, and knowing that this is an investment. You don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to just throw out. You got to make sure you're making that educated decision with somebody. You've got really a good chance at that. And so I love that you guys are bridging that gap. Collin or Jake, actually, you said that this is something that you thought of. Where did this come from?
That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked because I was waiting for it.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
So this started, I trained out in California for a big box gym, and for anybody listening, big box gyms, they're great. I love them. It's active, and it's great to be there. There's good camaraderie.
Yeah. Now
the trainers, they take anywhere from 60 to 75% of trainers' wages. So to give you an example, let's say, and this is a personal experience of mine, let's say it was $130 an hour to train with me as a trainer. I saw $29. Okay,
wow.
So that's a pretty big cut, and I understand you have to the gyms are big. They got big rent. They have things to cover. I understand, and that's to them. But if you have, let's say, a client that's not associated with the gym reaches out to you, let's say on social media, and they want to train, where's the incentive for you to bring them to that gym when they're going to take 70%?
Exactly.
So. What you would do is you would find what we call a drop-in gym, and that's a gym where you can rent space by the hour or monthly, unlimited, and usually that stems from anywhere from $20, maybe $30 for that session. But if you think about it, if it's $130 a session and then you're paying the $30, you're kind of reversing the script,
right?
And that was pretty much how I had to eat in Los Angeles.
Wow.
So I didn't understand why this wasn't a thing, but I would start to see trainers that I knew training at these drop-in gyms because they picked up on the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, those drop-in gyms they're genius. My husband and I have talked about that. We're like, should we open a drop-in gym for trainers?
100% you should.
Yeah.
and work
it's
with
so needed
Sweatseeker.
though. When I got into this, the number one thing, we have a home gym, but the number one thing people would say was that trainers that I was meeting, they were like, we just don't have a space to train. And so they have to be at a big box gym. So that, along with you guys, and then the other thing is about big box gyms is they give you clients, or there's all these members of the gym already that you go work on the floor to get as a client. And then they take all the percentage. So you guys with the drop-in gyms is perfect.
So that's another thing. So at a big box gym, there's a sales associate that funnels trainers' clients. And that's kind of what Collin and I are trying to do. Let's just be a mobile service that's funneling you clients. Right. And
Now, let me ask you this. I mean, this is such a scalable type of business. Have you thought of other future plans within it that you could build off of?
Yeah, so we want to use Nashville as like the test area for one, because it's growing so fast. So it's like you're going to have an influx of people coming into the city anyways. So they're already going to be looking for training. We have like Oracle, Amazon's already here. There's another one of those big tech companies coming. So like that's going to happen. So if we can get it to work in Nashville, then the plan is to take it and implement it in the other big cities in the area. Because it's the same problem, not just Nashville's not the only place where trainers have this struggle. It's essentially like worldwide. But if we can make it work in Nashville, it's very scalable to say, hey, like it's a very similar market here as it is in LA, Atlanta, New York, and that kind of stuff. So that's where we're looking to go.
Yeah. So walk me through, I go to sweatseeker.com and I'm looking for someone, female preferably, women's health, maybe even dealing with certain ailments like PCOS, different things like that. Could I plug those things in and you guys would be able to
we
put
actually
in the right
have
direction?
Someone on board like for that already.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Yeah. And you guys would handle like a consultation call and different things like that.
Yeah. So in the initial stages, while we're running like through the website, that's how it'll go. It'll be more hands-on work for Jake and I, but like the client or trainer would never feel it. It will be this. It'll feel the same now as it will be then. We'll just feel the brunt of like plugging that in, making sure there's that conversation happening, and then they could fit with the right person.
Right. And you guys are trainers, by day. That's your trade. And you've already had to learn how to put your entrepreneur hat on through that industry. But now going into this, are there skills that you learned when it came to building your training platform that you can learn and use into this, or is it a whole new ballgame?
This has been a huge learning curve for the better.
Okay.
Basically on the business side, learning how to start your own business, learning how to open up the bank account, basically just like putting your big boy pants on.
Yeah.
And then up until recently, because, you meet with a lot of app developers that, and, they want to sell this product. They want to be the people to build the app. So like you have to be able to sift through who's legit, who's not legit. And to the point where I got so frustrated, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start trying to learn how to code. So I took a coding class.
Nice.
And because with AI, the way where it's going, I'm like, it'll spit out code like that.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, I'm not making this app. This is entirely too scalable for my realm. But like, I wanted to know what these people are doing. So like, just having to do little things like that is a learning curve to me. But it has been all for the better.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like a big learning curve, but I like that you said for the good. Like it's probably frustrating at times and hard to do initially, but you're probably getting a lot out of it, a big reward in the end. I am trying to get my business license as well right now, and I'm like, where do I even start?
So
what do I
easy.
even do?
Yeah.
And are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm serious. It's
Get a good
Did she just say, are you being sarcastic?
I can help you.
No, she
Well,
didn't.
it actually is not that hard. Like
Okay.
it's pretty easy, but initially it was just like,
It's
where
a
do
lot
I
of
start? What do I do?
information.
Yeah.
It
And
is.
I was like, I don't
When
know what
you're,
this word means. I'm
dealing
calling
with the Secretary of State and you're trying to get a business license.
my papa does taxes, and I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, Papa, what does this mean? What do I fill out on this sheet? And
I know. You get nervous that you're going to go to jail or the IRS
Yeah,
is going to come
right.
after
It is
you.
a little
I would
odd.
say honestly that is worth getting a good CPA.
Yeah.
I have one
Oh,
for my
my
business, and it's
papa,
like a
I'm like-
game changer.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone you can call and just ask questions. Yeah. Big.
That's very
deal.
funny because my fiance is a personal trainer essentially by night. By day, he's a coder. So it's like I hear this type of work that you do, and it's like it's so cool how people like you think very similar, very right-brained, logic, analytical, but at the same time, putting it and diving it into your passion of training, which is really cool. Would you say that Sweat Seeker exists to help more the client or the trainer?
Both. I would say both, because there's a symbiotic relationship. Like there's no trainer without the client, because the client can potentially figure it out. The trainer is just a time saver. So that's what we're trying to be to the trainer, and the client is another time saver. Because if you can get someone to their goals faster, their quality of life improves, which means their business could improve, their family life, like all that just scales. So we're all playing the game of time with this. So if we can accelerate that across the board, everybody wins.
Do you guys have trainers that also have different budgetary needs?
So that we most likely, we don't dive too deep at this current moment into their financial situation, but what we are doing is, if you look across the United States and at like the cities that I mentioned earlier, like Atlanta, New York, LA, like the training rate is way higher than Nashville. Nashville's pretty low for a big city, like very
Really?
low.
Oh, wow.
It
Because
is very low.
Yeah. So what we did is we just standardized the price for every trainer is the exact same rate.
Okay.
That way because what's going to happen if we did that, people are just going to pick
the cheaper,
yes, one 9 out of
right.
10 times. So it also, with that price point being driven up, like it's going to show like these are the quality trainers in Nashville. And so there's going to be less hesitation from someone looking for a trainer because like, okay, like this is obviously a high quality price point. So this is most likely a high quality product. So there's that. So the quality of life is going to go up for all the trainers. And then even not just the sweat seeker ones, but like lower level are going to have to raise their rates because there's not going to be.
I like that you guys are keeping them all at the same rate though.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Because it's harder to choose at that point, or probably where you'd have a huge influx going to one person only.
Yeah. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
And then it helps with like the gyms too, with their drop-in stuff and whatnot. And then obviously like Sweat Seeker itself has to make money to just survive.
Exactly.
I'm getting the name Sweat Seeker.
Yeah.
Like at first I was thinking like someone who just really wants to break a sweat. They're like seeking a sweat. But they're like seeking a client or they're seeking a trainer too.
I love it.
I like the name.
So there's a third avenue too.
Oh.
With the name?
Ooh, it's
Do
spicy.
tell. Hold on.
Yeah, drum roll. So the drop-in gyms.
Mm-hmm.
And this has actually been the biggest obstacle that Sweat Seeker has had to climb right now.
Yeah.
And it's getting gyms on board.
Really?
But I don't know why that is. I kind of have an idea, but basically we're trying to provide added value to these gyms. So and I'm not telling anybody how to run their company because I honestly, I hope you hear this and you say, you know what, maybe we don't need Sweat Seeker, but I kind of like that idea and I want to do it on my own. And I encourage that. But we're trying to funnel you these trainers to be able to rent your gym, and it could be by the hour or it could be monthly. And there are some places that charge well over the thousands of dollars per month to rent space. And it's like, I would love to funnel you these people so you can open up your doors and have an additional income on a monthly basis.
Gotcha. I've seen websites where it's like almost like Airbnb, but for gym space.
Yeah.
I've seen them where you can rent someone's garage gym. You can rent a little area in a commercial gym. And it's been very interesting to see that. Yeah.
And I'll plug in the one we're working most closely to is True Mav Fitness, which is in the Gulch.
Okay.
They're a drop-in gym. And we have, over the last year, we've had over 10 drop-in trainers. And this is without even promoting Sweat Seeker.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so that essentially so you're essentially providing on one platform, the client, the trainer, and the location.
Yep.
Wow. That is amazing because all three of those, you're right, they are symbiotic. You need to have all three of them to work together. And it can be such an uphill battle type of journey, especially going into training with a person. I speak from experience. I've had a personal trainer and I fired them because it was a terrible experience, and it set me up for kind of viewing exercise and fitness in a negative view rather than a positive one. Yeah. And I've had to shift and I've had to undo a lot of that trauma. I like that you guys are vetting those situations out for people.
Yeah, for sure. I want to hear more about you guys individually and your experience, because you're both, you said 25 years of experience collectively? Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break, but after that I want to know kind of individually what your expertises you feel like are.
If you're a wellness or fitness pro looking for a space that truly fits the way you work, check out B2 Wellness Suites. With locations in Brentwood and Mount Juliet, B2 offers private suites, shared offices, and day rentals, all in a calm, welcoming environment designed for our industry. But it's more than just a space. It's a community of like-minded professionals who support, inspire, and grow together. Learn more at b2sweets.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. We are here with Jake and Collin, and they were just sharing with us another element of this Sweat Seeker business that is about drop-ins. So we were kind of talking in the break a little bit, something else that makes this even more accessible and smooth.
Yeah, so we've all traveled and wanted to work out in a gym, and then you go to Google and you pray to God that there's something more than just a picture of the front desk on Google for the type of gym you're looking for. So like on top of like helping the trainers and the clients, we also want to help the gyms, especially Nashville's fitness scene is about to change. There's going to be bigger gyms coming into the area, so we don't want the little ones to kind of fall to the wayside with that. So like, because they offer their own experience. So we have, there's a ton here that are all different. So the last part of Sweat Seeker is I'm not looking for personal training. I'm just in the city for a week, but I want to figure out where to go, have a workout, stay on top of my goals or whatever. The last part is we're going around and trying to get in with the gyms to kind of film their whole setup and then have the day pass already set to be purchased on our thing so you can purchase it, see what the gym looks like. So when you're there, if you're only there for a day, you don't want to go to a gym and it has half the equipment you need. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I'm a bodybuilder. I want to go to a gym that has bodybuilding equipment. Oh, there's a video that this is all done. Buy the day pass on Sweat Seeker, and then you walk into the gym, boom, good to go. So that's just the last little bit that we're adding. So that way it's not gym seeing us as, oh, they're just for the trainers, because that's a thing. Like there's this weird tension sometimes between gym owners and their trainers because trainers leave and whatnot. So that way it's the whole Nashville gym scene as itself is being elevated.
Yeah, you're like helping the gyms in more ways than just one. And that's helpful for trainers too. Like I've had some clients who are going out of town and they're like, what can I do? And I'm like, well, what do you have? Like, where are you going to be? And I don't know what the area is like.
Now it's like, go to sweatseeker.com.
Go to Sweat Seeker.
Look at your area and find out what you can use. I love that you guys offer that. That is really important.
Yeah. So tell us about you guys individually. Lots of experience together. Jake, why don't you start? How did you get into this whole world of fitness?
The world of fitness. I guess it started at a young age. I was addicted to the gym, probably starting at 12. And I went to college. I started at Northern Kentucky University, and I had big goals to be a physical therapist. And I loaded up like biology, anatomy, physiology in one semester, and that was like the absolute wrong thing to do.
Sounds terrible. Never looked back.
So I started flunking out, and I was like, oh, man. And then the next year, I transferred to the University of Kentucky, and I took one KHP class, and it was an exercise science class, and I started learning about it. Instantly became addicted. So after that, graduated with a bachelor's in exercise science, and then took a CSCS, which is a certified strength and conditioning specialist. Fancy, but and then I just started working as a coach. I love athletic performance. That's where I started in. That's where my roots are, working with athletes. But I really find a lot of greatness working with general pop as well. So after that, I just worked at different gyms for the last decade of my life in 3 different cities.
Wow. Nice. What were the cities?
Los Angeles, and then I moved, and then Cincinnati, Los Angeles, and then Nashville. But I also, I got the pleasure of doing a sabbatical over in Bali, Indonesia.
Wow.
For almost 6 months. So
cool.
That is really cool.
What'd you do there?
It's probably the coolest thing about me, I guess.
Yeah.
Really, I was going there to explore entrepreneurial ventures and adding to their fitness scene over there, because it's interesting because they're very, I don't want to say cheap, because that's not the right word, but it's very inexpensive to have a business there. Yeah. And I noticed that these gyms, they charge Western prices. And it was just an interesting concept. It was like, and it was cool. So I wanted to kind of study that a little bit and just see what different things they were offering, people from all over the world that maybe I could take with me back to Nashville.
Wow.
What's something else you've done that's like, you went to a coding class, We went to Indonesia just for fun to see what they're doing.
Yeah, just, what's up over there?
Just want to see what they're doing in the fitness world there. What's something else random?
Oh, I'm not like, yeah, it's
I feel like you're the kind of person who's like, oh, let me just try that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know if I have anything that I can really add to that. Like I said, it was the coolest thing about me. So like I'm gonna carry that for as long as I can.
Yeah, everything.
You don't need anything else.
I will say, I think. I mean, I said moving to Los Angeles, but I will say, like, I did what is it, where you go out there on a whim and you have no money and you like sleep in a truck. Yeah, I did that.
You were a starving artist.
Yeah.
Starving trainer, yes.
Starving trainer.
Starving trainer. Nice.
But now look, we're here. And we started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah,
and we're talking about Sweat Seeker. And I love that. Collin, take us through your background. I just saw that you competed.
Oh, yeah. So let's see.
Look at his biceps.
Yeah. Put him on the spot.
Got it. So I went to undergrad for PT like Jake, and then was one semester in a school. I was like, I hate school. And totally threw that chance of PT school out the window. Goofed around in tech, funny enough. Did IT for a year in Florida, and then came back. And I was like, all right. It was that, when you're trying to find a job, but they're like, hey, you need 4 years experience for entry-level position. Yeah. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not getting into tech for a while. So I went back. It was like, I just need to get my degree, and wrapped up in ex-phys, but last semester ended up like having like a big warehouse accident, cut my flexor tendon, had to like go through the rehab process, and thought like my fitness journey was kind of over for a bit, like because it was the first time I'd really been taken away, and that was the first time I read a study. I was like, how do I not lose my gains? And found this cool study on cross education, studied it, and the PT I was working with, like here in Nashville actually, was just yacked. And I was like, this dude's super smart and he's jacked. I was like, so you can do both. And and then I like led to the study, and I was like, all right, sweet. Graduated, went to work for the same company as that physical therapist as a PT tech, which was cool. And then realized you make no money as a tech. And two, like as soon as I get a PT student, you're downstairs scanning papers. Like, this is the worst. So became a personal trainer at that gym, which Jake left out where we met. Rude.
Oh, I was gonna say.
This is where sparks were flying.
Sparks were flying off the bat. Actually,
cute.
He first comes into the gym, and we're all just like, "That guy's a douche."
Yeah, and that's and you know
he
what?
saw your biceps, and he was like, "Okay."
Yeah, and you know what? That might be the problem. We can't get gyms on board because I think it's just like there's something about me that they just want to punch me in the face. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I just want to hug him.
I felt that when he walked in.
He said he just wanted to hug you.
But yeah, so after that, then I left that gym, got into competing in bodybuilding, just turned pro a couple months ago with what you're talking about. So I was make your hobby a little bit more justified, and then have been running my own business for about 3 years, working with, you name it, like Gen Pop all the way to people to stage, athletes. I've studied under some big names in the industry, which has been cool. So you learn a lot. There's some like really smart individuals that have kind of influenced both the two of us. So that's in a nutshell, just student of the game.
Yeah. And it sounds like, and honestly, like, so you guys met at a gym, correct? Jake, what was it about Collin that made you feel like I want to bring him on board with this idea that I have?
Well, we've always been like, I've always thought of him as like a very like profound training friend of mine. And he's like way smarter than I am. So I'm like, I would always ask, like, I'm like, yo, dude, like, what's this? I'm like,
Collin's like, are you sure?
I learned, like, I learned what I learned, and I felt like after that, like, I just stopped. And that's something that I need to work on. But, yeah, so like we worked together at a couple places, and
I brought you on.
Yeah,
I forgot
there's another places that we worked at too. And, but I was just sitting there and I was trying to do this on my own. And I stopped. Like I opened the first one, like at least the first LLC back in 2021. And wow. I stopped. And then I was at this crossroads where I'm like, I believe in this so much. Are you going to do it or not? And if you're going to do it, you need somebody to hold you accountable. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, Collin. It was the first thing that came to my head. I was like, Collin knows, he'll see this vision. I just got to go have a conversation with him about it. We sat, we went to Just Love Coffee, talked to him about it. He was just looking around like, I don't care what it is. I'm in.
Yeah,
And after that, we've had this good working, relationship, and it's been going. It's been good. A lot of traction forward.
Wow,
that's amazing.
That's a true testament.
Yeah, I love that you guys have both like great stories individually and experiences that kind of add so much value to you together now doing this. Are y'all going to offer any like mentorship to the trainers on your app?
That's not something we talked about yet. I have a lot of things that I think about this platform and like where it could be.
Yeah.
But I have
to pull them back into like, hey, we're stage one.
Yeah. I'll like manic text him, be like, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this. But I'm like,
you need both of you.
You guys need to go on Shark Tank.
Yeah. That would be great. I need to like calm down every now and then. I get excited.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's so many opportunities and definitely doable ones, but what is it called when a business where you like can easily trail off to something?
We talked about this on the last.
Yeah, we did recently with Terry too. I think we talked about it, but
see, here's the thing: jack of all trades, but master at none. So we got to master that one first, and then we'll get into another.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys have a great idea that I'm so excited to look into more as a trainer myself.
Yeah.
I can definitely see the value in it.
Absolutely. And as a consumer myself, I can see the value. I feel like you guys are getting both of the opinions on both sides of the spectrum here. So I really like that. Where can people go to follow you both individually and then also, like I said, keep up with Sweat Seeker?
Yeah, for me, it's Big Shane Coaching. Shane's spelled super weird. It's like Schoen.
Schoen.
Yeah,
if you say Schoen in your head.
If you say Schoen, you'll see it.
And then we're on Sweat Seeker on Instagram and then sweatseeker.com.
Nice.
Yeah. So thesweatseeker.com, Sweat Seeker on Instagram, and then me personally, it's just Jake Walker Fit. That's just how it's spelled. So.
He's no fun spelling with that one.
No crazy.
Is there a weird silent P in there or anything like that? No, we're all good.
Jake Walker Fit.
Are you guys doing your social media? Are y'all like confident in that? You feel good about that?
It's funny because
I hate doing social media.
Like, I'll do a video and it's like I'll like collab with him on Sweat Seeker, but it's a video of me, so he's like sharing a video of me on his page, and vice versa. I'm just like,
that's such a good tool,
watching guys say
collaborators.
So
collab.
I love watching guys say collab. Because I've been using that word for, look at this bromance right here.
Yeah.
I love it. Well,
they even went to Just Love for their date.
I know.
Look at that.
I love it.
That's where all this started, Just Love.
They're going to go to Chill and Nitrogen ice cream after this. I can feel it.
We're all going to go.
We're all going to go. We are. Thank you both so much for joining us today, Collin. Always good to have you back. Jake, it was so lovely to meet you. You are welcome anytime. And if you found this episode helpful, then please like, share, and subscribe on behalf of NFM and Spread the Positive. We will see you guys next time.
Bye.